All right, so I started out the month finishing up Elantris by Brandon Sanderson, and I was pretty sure that was going to be the best book that I've read all month. I think I may have just beat that, though. A couple of days ago, I finished up The Famine Witch by Stephen Black. I was leaning towards like a 4.5 on this one. It's definitely a 4. It's a solid 4. The longer I'm thinking about this, it's been a couple days since then, and this book is kind of settled in. This may have to be a 5. If you like gothic horror at all, you're going to love this book. So Stephen Black is out of Ireland. Some of you may know, I had forgotten. There's another little tiny writer that came from Ireland named Bram Stoker. Some of you may have heard of him. This is right up there. Oh my goodness. This book, it sets you in 1647 Belfast to start, witch trials, all that good stuff. And then we jump 200 years into the future, 1847, still in Belfast. And there is a clash coming. There was a lady that was put to death back in 1647. First chapter, not spoiler. It's all good. And she's a little upset about it. And she's coming back to destroy the people of Belfast because of what happened to her. Also, the guy who set her up in 1647, well, he just ever so happens to come around every 200 years himself because, he likes to murder young girls. Has to take out 6 of them. In a way, she was his 6th couple hundred years ago, and he is back. I don't think they mentioned when his reign of terror started, but yeah. 1847, we're back again. So those are the big bad. If you want to see a book written correctly with multiple villains, this is it. There are so many bad guys in this book, and it's all surrounding this little girl. I think she's like 16, maybe. I'd have to double check. I forgot what age it was. She's definitely young. And I know her brother's 8. So like I said, she's definitely young. She has no parents around. And I will make you read the book to find out why. Because that would be cheating. So she has been, she's in 1847. We've got to remember 1847 Belfast. This isn't really historical fiction, but he does set it in a historical place with historical facts. And in 1847, we're in the middle of the potato famine. We've got a plague going around. This is where this young girl is trying to bring up her little brother on her own. But, she's got some powers. So all the big bads, are kind of honing in on this one way or the other. Everything that she has to go through, all of the emotions, the serial killer, who I so badly want to tell you what he is, but you will figure it out on your own. The serial killer, he gets his comeuppance, but it was the most apt way that, to be honest, I didn't actually see it turning out that way. So congrats to Stephen Black. I did not see that coming. I should have seen it coming, but I did not see it coming. But Stephen Black writes in such a way, and it's not just the words he uses, it's his prose, it's his descriptions. You are in 1847 Belfast for most of this book. It's just, it puts you right in there with every gothic horror novel you've ever read. As much as I hate to knock Dracula off his perch, this may be my favorite gothic horror ever. And I'm not saying that just because, Stephen's hopefully going to be on this Saturday with me. I give you my honest opinions on these reviews, and this one is top of the list. So when I first closed the book, I was thinking 4.5, but that 4.5 was kind of because I see this moving into my top 10 of all time. When I finished Robert McCammon's Swan Song, when I closed the book, it wasn't a 5 for me, but it has gotten there through time. I feel like sometimes you've got that initial reaction when you close a book, and then you've got that reaction when you've been done with it for a little while. And like I said, I did finish this up a couple days ago. I was waiting to do the review, partly because I was trying to find out when Stephen and I were going to get together this Saturday. We're still trying to figure that out, but I'm kind of glad I waited. I'm going to have to give this a 5. I gave Elantris a 5. I've got to give The Famine Witch a 5. If you like gothic horror at all, pick it up. It's coming out, like I said, can't remember if I mentioned this. It's coming out in hardcover today, I believe, and it will be coming out in paperback tomorrow, if I remember correctly. I'm getting the hardcover. I already told the local bookstore, yes, I read the arc of it, but I need that hardcover on my shelf. So pick it up. You will not regret it. If you regret it, you can yell at me.